What, Dad? Catch the ball! Caught it! Okay, now throw it back! Okay, I call this one the Savage Spinner. Whoa! Yeah! Phobos! Deimos! What? Who threw that ball? There comes a time in every hero's journey where they must give up their cape and return to ordinary life. But when jeopardy calls, they must be prepared to return and save the day. And that day is today. So the decaying corpse that was once Random Rants is now a skeleton. Anyway, now it's finally time to dig up this skeleton with Random Rants 5. Now I know I said I was done with Random Rants like 5 times, but there's been something lying in the back of my mind that I just have to talk about. And that thing is... Thank you. And that thing is... Micronations. Hello, people. I need to come up with a name for my viewers. Hello, chuckleheads. And I never thought I'd say this again, but welcome back to Random Rants, the show that doesn't need to exist. Yeah, I gave in from all the requests and decided to make another episode. And no, that doesn't mean I'm changing my channel name back. Anyway, the constant harassment for another Random Rants isn't the only reason for this video. I also wanted to talk about the smallest of countries, Micronations, or as I prefer to call them, vertically challenged territories. So you may know that the Vatican is the world's smallest recognised country, keyword being recognised. Because when you dump 7 billion people on the planet, people are gonna start claiming land, even if they technically don't have enough power to do so. I think at some point we've all entertained the idea of running our own countries. Well, Micronations are just that, but taken way too far. You may have heard of some of them, like Sealand, where some guy decided to take over an unclaimed sea fort. Or the Republic of Molossia, which has a currency backed up on cookie dough and is literally in some guy's back garden. So right now you might be thinking, but Joel, why do you hate Micronations so much? It's only a bit of fun. And to that I say, it's not a bit of fun, it's real life. You can't just make a country, that's not how it works. Look at this guy, he thinks he's so cool just because he's wearing a special hat. No, you just look silly. And look at this kid, how old is he, like 10? I mean, I can't really say anything to be honest because I look about 10 as well, and I'm 15. I guess some micronations were made for understandable reasons, like the Coral Sea Islands, which were formed as a response to the laws regarding same-sex marriage in Australia. But most of them just have no reason to exist. Like me. Hey look, Wikipedia even has a list of micronations, and as we all know, Wikipedia never lies. Wow, that is a lot of micronations. There's a happy one, a gay one, Republic of Hout one, Molossia, Icaria, Hook River and Landonia, New Utopia, Puyes, and Utopia, Sealand, Seadang, Talosat and Zakistan. These two countries are basically the same, only one has an extra E in its name. Why? This one's literally just called Y. Yeah, as you can clearly see, there are way too many micronations. I just don't get it, you know, what's the appeal of making your own country? If only there was a way to step into their shoes to find out what micronations are all about. Wait, that's it! If I truly want to understand micronations, I need to create my own one! It's genius! So, let's make a country. How hard can it be? So first of all, we're gonna need a flag, which is lucky because I already made one. When you ask? Right now! So this is going to be the country's flag, and like most flags, the different colours symbolise things, but the beauty of this is that each colour has a double meaning. You see, not only does the brown represent my brown greasy hair, but it's a metaphor for the mud we'll have to trudge through to establish our nation. Not only does the peach represent my pale blotchy skin, but it's a reminder of happiness and joy to help us through hard times. And not only does the blue represent my iconic blue t-shirt, but it symbolises blue skies for our nation once it has formed. Yeah, now that I think about it, the colours are quite plain and non-threatening, which is kind of the opposite of what a flag's supposed to be, but oh well, this is what we're going with. Also, because it shares the same colour scheme as me, look what happens if I change the background to my flag. Whoa, look, you can't see me anymore, I've gone invisible. Where's Joel gone? Oh wait, I was here all that time. You idiot. So next up, we're going to need a name for the country, which will be the Joel Nation. Or Jolie Nation, I haven't decided yet. Although, for that name to work, there's one thing I need to do first. Fine, are you happy now? I changed my channel name back. Just know that this change is only temporary whilst I try and come up with a name that actually fits my channel. I'm not an animator! Anyway, I've got everything ready, including territory, a currency, an anthem, and a whole lot more. Now all that's left to do is to actually rule the nation. Now it's time for a cutaway to live action Joel. Okay, so before I start ruling the country, there's a few pieces of equipment I need to get first, shall we say. I could work with this. This could be a hat. This could be a flagpole. Okay, so I found the gun. Don't go to the Joltoon studio tomorrow.
Okay, and now on to our next request. Joel says, I challenge you to make over the hench gym guy from the critically acclaimed film Jelly Tea that we shall now wrap around the head, put it down to the appropriate size.
How does he walk without tripping over his stomach?
He doesn't.
I need to make a
jelly Tarzan.
I need to make a video about this film. Right, mark my words. I will make a video about this film, okay? Mark my words.
Mark my words.
Jelly Tea is a critically acclaimed, Oscar-nominated masterpiece of a film, and it's really quite something.
Did you see the new Spider-Man movie? Yes, I agree with you. It was fantastic. I loved it. I wasn't too sure how the Marvel Universe was going to play out after Endgame, but I think that it's in good hands after seeing that film. Jolimations? I think that's how you pronounce the name. Did you see the new Jelly Tea movie? I'm not too sure what you mean by that. You might need to elaborate. It's probably something I'm missing, and I'm just get my teeth in. I'm just an uncultured swine.
You see, true to his word, Tankbank truly is an uncultured swine. I mean, how dare he not be familiar with the absolute god of a film, Jelly Tea? I guess it's kind of understandable since Jelly Tea is quite a lesser known film. It's kind of like a hidden gem. So if there are any other tank banks out there who aren't familiar with Jelly Tea, let me give you a quick rundown of this cinematic masterpiece. Right, so Jelly Tea, also known as Gummy Tea, and also sometimes referred to as Ivan the Incredible, to be honest I still don't know what this film's actually called, was produced by Crone Films in 2012, who were best known for making other masterpieces such as Freddy Frogface. I'd go into that film more, but to be honest, that's a whole other can of worms for another day. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, jelly tea! So I think first I should talk about how I discovered this hidden gem in the first place. Right, so I was at my friend Cameron's house, who's Kamikaze by the way, and he was in the middle of editing the 4th episode of Reacting to Beast Quest books, which you can view on his channel. Anyway, for some reason the editing software he used crashed and he lost all his progress. Case in point, he wasn't very happy about this. And while all this was going on, I was just surfing the web until I found a channel called Stravinsky and the Mysterious House Topic. Just stick with me, I promise this is related to jelly tea. So I was just scrolling down the channel, you know, standard stuff, and that's when in the related film section, I found, lo and behold, the one and only jelly tea. Obviously quite intrigued, I decided to click on the channel. But little did I know, from that moment on, my life would be changed forever. So I went onto the channel and decided to click on a random video and skip to a random point. If only I knew what I was about to witness. They say that first impressions can either make or break something's reputation, and while this may be true, never has this ever been any more true than with jelly tea. For when I randomly skipped 20 minutes into the film, my eyes were blessed with the most beautiful sight I'd ever seen. What I saw that day was a god. A true titan of juggernaut proportions. Pure perfection. Mere words can't describe this gargantuan entity, so it's best just to show you. However, I must warn you that some viewers may find the following clip overwhelming. What I saw that day was a colossal unit that would later come to be known as Fincho. My god. Once I viewed this clip, I no longer feared death as I knew nothing in life would ever come close to this. My life had been fulfilled. Seriously though, it's hard to describe how much this made me laugh when I first watched it. Like, I was proper wheezing and everything. Cameron, on the other hand, wasn't too impressed and was still kind of frustrated at the fact that he lost all his editing progress. So then I played the clip again. And again. And again. Until he started wheezing so hard he couldn't breathe. And that, my friends, is the heartwarming tale of how jelly tea ended my life. If you actually go back and look at episode 4 of Reacting to Beast Quest books, you'll notice that not only is jelly tea actually in the title, but the scene's played at the end of the video. And you know a scene's good when it's randomly inserted into a video without context. So, since I first saw this scene, I've been trying to figure out what makes it so funny. I mean, maybe this is overanalyzing, but I want to know. I mean, is it his gargantuan size? Is it his face? Or is it his slightly slurred foreign-sounding accent? I've got it. It's the music. I mean, just who composed this beautiful masterpiece? And more importantly, where can I find the 10-hour version? I think another reason why I find this scene so funny is that the English subtitles are slightly out of sync with the actual film, meaning that for no reason in particular, Fincho, this absolute madman, randomly says, "Are you lost?" I don't know, I just find something so funny about how this 10-foot guy just grabs a child by the neck, violently throws him across the room, puts music on and then says, "Are you lost?" I mean, I know I'd be lost if that happened to me. And I'd also probably have a couple of fractured ribs due to blunt force trauma. Oh yes, so you're probably wondering why this lovable hench meathead is called Fincho. Well, I'm glad you asked. Listen carefully to the chosen dialogue. Did you catch that? Indeed, that is correct. He states his own name while performing aerobic activities. Basically, we couldn't find an official name anywhere, and hench gym guy didn't really roll off the tongue too well, so we decided to go with... Well, look what we have here. Tank Bank is live once again. You know what this means? This means we can once again abuse the situation to spread the good word of jelly tea.
I think I need to actually get back to my place before I can even think about being near lava. Okay. We're gonna build a boat. I think I need more wood. And then we can build a boat. Tank, what's your favourite animated movie? That's a real tough question. Favourite animated movie? Might have to come back to you on that one. There's a lot of candidates for that. So, was that Jelly Tea? I've never seen it, to be honest with you. I'd probably have to check that out.
Uncultured swine.